Welcome. We are excited to present what we've been working on this semester. Some introductions. This is Carson, Maddie, Sarah, and Laura. This semester we had the opportunity to work specifically with the merchandising internship program. The purpose of this internship is to work alongside the assistant buyers within the merchandising department in the headquarters in Waco and just provide a different perspective in the design, as well as just providing collaboration and insights into financing and administrative support to the merchandising department. Who they're striving for in this internship is someone that's creative and someone that has experience in the merchandising past. They would love to target Baylor University just to cut on relocation, but specifically those with supply chain and management degrees or apparel merchandising specifically. The interview process and recruitment is essentially 2 months long. There's fall, spring, and summer internships that we're hiring for, and so the applicants will apply and then have an interview and then a project and a final interview. For the fall and recruitment, it would be January to March, and it would start in January with information sessions across campus as well as links to the internship provided on Handshake, which is Baylor's version of LinkedIn. This allows Magnolia time to filter through applications to be present at the career fair in February, as well as interview and provide the project to those that qualify to extend an offer after final interviews in March. For spring internships, the timeline would be essentially the same, just starting in August and ending in October to be competitive with other internships that are offered in the Dallas and Houston area. And then for summer internships, it would be the same timeline as the spring.
For the budget that we've created for how much it's going to cost Magnolia to recruit, we went online and figured out what the average cost for a recruiter is in Waco. We allocated an hourly rate and came up with $3,000. We went online and found that MIT had a formula set for benefits, and then we went in and calculated how much Baylor specific costs the company would have, as well as a formula for Instagram, and came up with the following budget. We noticed when we were talking to Sarah that there were 3 main things that she pointed out within Magnolia: that they're a family, they encourage collaboration, and they support healthy ambition. So we wanted to include those in our employee value proposition. For the communication channels, we want to do paper promotions, a physical presence, as well as an online publication. And this is an example of what an online publication would look like on Instagram, included with a hashtag that we've created. For our paper promotion, these would be spread out across the business school, as well as apparel merchandising, and then even different coffee shops and things like that in Waco. The front part will catch people's eye as soon as they see Chip and Joanna with Magnolia in the background. We've let them know which students we're interested in, included our hashtag, and then on the back has various specifics about what the internship program will contain, as well as what the next steps are. With a physical presence, we think that Magnolia coming to career fairs and information sessions would be extremely helpful, as well as grabbing a table and setting up time in Foster's lobby to catch students in between classes. Face-to-face is extremely important, and we think it will be beneficial for the recruiting process. Our online publications, so a lot of application processes are done through Magnolia's website, so including that and anything that we're sharing with people. We've created the following hashtags for different social media campaigns that you choose to do, and with Handshake, if any job posting is posted, every Baylor business student will get an email about that.
So this is an interview timeline for the first round interview. So prior to the interview, Sarah and her team will evaluate candidates based off of their resumes, and Sarah plans to interview every applicant at the beginning, around 20 applicants. And then during the interview, candidates will be graded on their responses to behavioral questions, and we've provided rubrics for each specific question on a 0 to 4 scale. Following the interview, 10 applicants will proceed, and this will be they will be assessed on their scores from the interview, and then they will receive a phone call letting them know that they're proceeding to the next round. So the first round is behavioral and general questions. So as I said, there'll be around 20 applicants in this first round of interviews, and Sarah and her team will ask them behavioral questions, and they're asked to use the STAR format, which is situation, task, action, and result. So they'll be graded on their response to these questions. And this is an example of a behavioral question. Give me an example of a time you've had a conflict with your coworker or supervisor in the workplace. So this evaluates different KSAs such as oral expression, communication skills, teamwork, and taking direction. And below is the 0 to 4 scale for this specific question, and we've provided tailored rubrics for each question.
So after the initial interview, 10 candidates will be invited back to Magnolia or invited to complete a work sample project. This will allow them to assess Magnolia's current offering of wall decor design, as well as provide a improved recommendation, including their spreadsheet based on their findings as well. So for this work sample, it needs to be in line with Magnolia's aesthetic requirements that have been interpreted by Joanna Gaines, and it needs to have an Excel spreadsheet that goes over the pricing strategy and includes the rationale and organization behind that as well. And it also needs to include marketing strategies of various kinds and channel strategies that will help this project or help that category grow over the 2 upcoming seasons. And so after that project is evaluated, the interviews will be set up for a week after the project is submitted, and that will give Sarah and the team time to go over the projects, come up with specific project-related questions, and as well formulate interview questions for each candidate to ask during the final interview. So this is an example of a question that we have for the final interview that evaluates the creative process and other important KSAs of the candidate. And to summarize, this internship recruitment schedule that we've designed spans over 3 seasons and makes the most out of the resources provided to Magnolia by Baylor, being so close and is cost efficient, so that it can change as Magnolia's internship program changes and develops in the future.
Thank you.